Have something vital to share. Something that might initially seem unbelievable. Just recently, within the past few weeks, an individual applied the precise thought pattern I'm about to reveal and manifested $50 million. Not over years, not even months, but in a matter of weeks. I understand your skepticism. It sounds fantastical, doesn't it? But bear with me. And we'll detail exactly how this occurred and, crucially, how you can replicate it. This isn't a fabricated tale or a shortcut scheme. It's about accessing the inherent power within your own mind. It's the same power utilized by every affluent individual, whether consciously or not. Consider this. Daily, ordinary individuals are attracting sums of money they previously deemed unattainable. And the key is, they aren't doing anything extraordinary or working harder than you. They simply grasp a fundamental truth about money's operation in our universe, a truth I'm poised to share with you. This understanding transformed my life, and it holds the potential to transform yours too. But first, I want you to pause. Take a moment right now. Envision your life with $50 million sitting in your bank account. Truly immerse yourself in that feeling. What's the very first action you'd take? Who would benefit from your help? How would it reshape not only your existence but also the lives of those connected to you? Hold on to that sensation. Its significance is greater than you might realize. Let me introduce you to Alex. Just a few months back, Alex juggled multiple jobs, barely making ends meet, facing substantial debt. Then Alex encountered this specific thought process I'm sharing. Initially doubtful, much like you might be now, Alex decided to experiment anyway. Within the first week, an unexpected $3,000 prize came through from a competition Alex barely recalled entering. By the third week, Alex's side project experienced explosive growth, generating $20,000 in revenue practically overnight. And before the month concluded, a distant relative unexpectedly left an inheritance valued at over $2 million. Now, you might attribute Alex's story to sheer luck. That was my initial reaction too when I first witnessed similar results, manifesting in my own journey. 5 years ago, I resided in a cramped apartment, surviving on instant noodles, questioning how I could ever improve my circumstances. I attempted everything: longer hours, various side ventures, even buying lottery tickets. Nothing yielded significant results. Then I uncovered this thought process. Within half a year, I had manifested sufficient funds to acquire my ideal home, launch a thriving business, and enable my parents' retirement. But the real confirmation came later. I began instructing this method to close acquaintances, regular individuals with typical jobs. And the outcome? Among the initial 100 participants who rigorously applied this exact process, 92 manifested a minimum of $100,000 within their first 3 months. 27 reached the $1 million milestone, and yes, 3, including the person mentioned earlier, attained $50 million or more. You might be pondering if this is so potent. Why isn't everyone wealthy? The explanation is straightforward yet startling. Most people inadvertently repel money. They employ manifestation techniques that appear correct, but actually obstruct their path to abundance. Let me clarify why this happens so frequently. The primary reason individuals fail in manifesting money is their entrapment in what I term the worthiness illusion. They erroneously believe they must first earn the right to wealth. They think they need to toil harder, endure more struggle, or become morally superior before deserving financial abundance. But here's the reality: money is indifferent to your perceived worthiness. Money possesses no emotions or judgments. It's pure energy that flows towards attention. The moment you internalize this, everything shifts. Another prevalent error is attempting manifestation from a state of lack or desperation. I observe this constantly. People fixate on their empty bank accounts, mounting bills and debts. They dwell on money incessantly, but always from a perspective of scarcity. And the result? They attract more scarcity. It mirrors trying to find love while feeling desperately lonely. It only pushes love further away. The thought process I'm revealing completely inverts this dynamic. However, the most significant mistake is overcomplicating manifestation. People believe they must meditate for extended periods, recite specific affirmations verbatim, or adhere to rigid visualization schedules. They become so engrossed in executing the techniques perfectly that they overlook the simple, underlying truth of how money genuinely functions within the universe. The method I will present is so elementary, a child could grasp it. In fact, children often excel at it because they haven't yet learned the habit of overthinking. Here's what might truly astound you. A vast number of wealthy individuals utilize this exact thought process without even being aware of it. It isn't solely their education, background, or even strenuous effort that cultivates their riches. It's this particular mode of thinking that naturally draws money towards them. They acquired this pattern subconsciously, and it operates automatically within their minds. The distinction is you're about to learn it consciously, enabling you to apply it intentionally, starting immediately. Consider self-made multimillionaires. Have you ever noticed how many assert that money isn't their primary driver? This might sound paradoxical, but it's a significant clue regarding how this principle functions. They've connected with something more profound than merely chasing currency. They operate on an entirely different frequency concerning money, and shortly, you'll understand precisely how to attune yourself to that same frequency. The reason conventional manifestation methods often fall short for many is their foundation in an incomplete understanding. They advise visualizing money, feeling gratitude for money, acting as if you already possess money. While these actions can be supportive, they lack the crucial component, the actual thought process that elevates these techniques from mere wishful thinking to tangible results. This explains why two individuals can follow the identical manifestation routine, yet one achieves astonishing outcomes, while the other experiences no change. I learned this through arduous experience. For years, I diligently followed every instruction from manifestation experts. Vision boards adorned my walls. I penned affirmations until my hand cramped. I meditated daily, focusing on abundance, and admittedly small manifestations occurred. A complimentary coffee, a minor work bonus, an unforeseen refund. But the substantial, life-altering wealth always remained elusive, just beyond my grasp. Then, I observed a fascinating pattern. Each time I successfully manifested something, regardless of its size, I was employing a very specific way of thinking. It wasn't what I was thinking about, but how I was processing the thoughts. Once I deciphered this code, everything transformed. I experimented, refined it, and distilled it into a straightforward process accessible to anyone. And that is precisely what I am about to share with you. Before I unveil the exact thought process, grasp one more critical point. This isn't about maintaining perpetual positivity. It's not about disregarding your bills or pretending financial challenges don't exist. This method is effective because it's grounded in reality. It functions by acknowledging your current circumstances while concurrently shifting your monetary frequency towards your desired state. That's its power. It constructs a bridge between your present reality and your aspired reality in a manner your mind can genuinely embrace. The truly thrilling aspect? Once you comprehend this thought process, its application extends beyond just money. Individuals in my community have utilized it to manifest dream residences, ideal relationships, remarkable health improvements, and even profound spiritual growth. However, our focus today remains on money because, let's be candid, possessing $50 million grants you the liberty to pursue all other life aspirations. And that freedom is precisely what I desire for you. Now, it's essential to clear your mind of preconceived notions about money. You've likely been conditioned to believe money is difficult to acquire, requires decades of saving, or that wealth is solely the reward for prolonged hard labor. Today, we discard those limiting beliefs. Imagine your mind as a computer. We're about to uninstall the outdated program that's been running and install a fresh, empowering one. Begin by taking a deep breath and releasing the concept of money as a scarce resource. This is perhaps the most pervasive untruth we've internalized. Observe the world around you. There's more money circulating globally now than at any point in history. Every second, vast sums are exchanged across the planet. The universe isn't depleting its monetary supply, it's continuously generating more. Your task isn't to fret about the source of the money. Your role is simply to align yourself with its inherent flow. Let's perform a brief exercise right now. Close your eyes and recall instances when money came to you effortlessly. Perhaps you discovered cash on the pavement, received an unexpected gift, or got a surprise bonus. Recognize how money already possesses the pathway to find you. Those weren't mere coincidences. They were small demonstrations of your innate manifestation capability. Now we're simply going to amplify that power. Here's another mental barrier we must dismantle: the notion that spirituality and wealth are mutually exclusive. This is another significant falsehood. Money is essentially solidified energy, a tool that can be wielded for immense good. With greater financial resources, you can extend more help to others, support causes dear to your heart, and instigate positive global change. The universe desires your prosperity because it recognizes the positive impact you'll make with that wealth. The final mental obstacle to clear is the belief that manifesting substantial wealth requires a long duration. Time is a fluid concept in manifestation. Recall Alex's story: millions manifested in weeks, not decades. The sole factor prolonging manifestation is our own skepticism and doubt. Once you grasp the thought process I'm about to delineate, you'll perceive how money can flow towards you rapidly, effortlessly, and through channels you never anticipated. This is where the paradigm shifts. The secret thought process unlocking vast wealth is remarkably simple. It involves transitioning from wanting money to allowing money. Let me dissect this for clarity. Most individuals spend their entire lives desiring money, thinking about it, dreaming of it, working for it. But wanting inherently creates resistance. It's akin to pursuing a butterfly. The more intensely you chase, the faster it flutters away. Instead, we will cultivate what I refer to as a money receptacle within your mind. This is a specific cognitive pattern designed to naturally attract financial resources to you. The process commences with understanding that you already possess wealth. You simply haven't perceived it yet. Consider it analogous to a radio signal. The station broadcasting your preferred music is always transmitting, regardless of whether your radio is tuned to it. Wealth operates identically. It's perpetually present, inherently yours, constantly broadcasting. Our task is merely to tune your mind to its frequency, enabling reception. Here is the precise thought process. Instead of thinking, I want money, or I need money, you will affirm, money naturally flows to me. But the critical element lies in how you think this thought. Imagine contemplating your breathing. You don't anxiously anticipate your next inhalation, do you? You don't obsess over the availability of air. You simply trust it will be there. This is precisely the mindset to adopt regarding money. When confronted with a bill, instead of succumbing to stress, think, money flows to me so readily that this bill is effectively already settled. When desiring a purchase, rather than fixating on the cost, affirm, money arrives through expected and unexpected avenues. The objective is to imbue these thoughts with the same naturalness as thinking about breathing, not forced, not desperate, just calm, certain acceptance. But here's the distinction that elevates this beyond standard positive thinking. You aren't attempting to convince yourself of something contrary to your current experience. You're not battling against your present financial reality. Instead, you are simply acknowledging the inherent abundance and natural flow of money, much like air. Your responsibility isn't to figure out the how of acquisition, it's to cultivate openness to receiving. Now that the foundational thought process is clear, let's amplify its effectiveness with the appropriate form of visualization. Note my emphasis on appropriate, as many individuals visualize in ways that inadvertently repel money. They picture having wealth while simultaneously feeling its absence, akin to driving with one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake. We will practice what I call natural state visualization. Consider your behavior within your own home. You don't perpetually contemplate your ownership. You simply inhabit the space naturally. This is our approach to visualizing wealth, not as a future goal, but as your inherent natural state of being. Here's the precise technique. Close your eyes and visualize checking your bank balance, but do so with the same casualness you'd check the day's weather forecast. See the substantial balance, perhaps $50 million, but resist excitement or elation. Simply observe it, akin to noticing sunshine outside. This might feel peculiar initially, but it's vital. We're conditioning your mind to perceive wealth as entirely normal, not extraordinary. Extend this visualization further. Picture yourself purchasing desired items, but with the same nonchalance you'd exhibit buying everyday groceries. Envision assisting others financially, but with the natural ease of holding a door open. The essence is to normalize wealth, stripping it of exceptionality. When executed correctly, you'll literally feel an energetic shift, beginning to feel wealthy even before the physical money manifests. This visualization isn't about escaping your current circumstances, it's about actively architecting a new reality. Dedicate just 5 minutes each morning and 5 minutes each evening to this practice. However, the crucial part unfolds during your day. Whenever you catch yourself worrying about finances, instantly pivot back to this casual, natural state of wealth. See the abundant bank balance, feel the ease of managing expenses, experience the quiet joy of generosity, all with complete naturalness. Consider this analogy. A fish doesn't visualize swimming, it simply swims. A bird doesn't visualize flight, it simply flies. Similarly, we're training your mind to cease visualizing wealth as a distant achievement and start experiencing it as your intrinsic state. This mirrors how the affluent think, often unconsciously. They aren't overly excited by money because it feels normal to them. That's precisely the mindset we're cultivating within you. Remember, this visualization centers not on what you see, but on how you feel while seeing it. The objective is to feel so inherently comfortable and natural with wealth that your subconscious mind accepts it as your baseline reality. Once this internal acceptance occurs, your external reality invariably aligns with your inner state. This is the mechanism behind seemingly sudden, large-scale manifestations. Individuals master the art of feeling wealthy before the money physically arrives. Let's discuss the daily actions required to maintain the momentum of this manifestation process. These aren't complex rituals, but simple habits reinforcing your new monetary mindset. Consistency is key, aiming for them to become as automatic as brushing your teeth. Each morning upon waking, dedicate 5 minutes to feeling wealthy. Don't just think about wealth, embody the feeling. Feel the tranquility that comes with knowing your financial needs are met. Feel the joy of possessing the means to assist anyone requiring help. Feel the liberation from knowing all obligations are effortlessly handled. Perform this before engaging with your phone, checking actual bank balances, or starting any other activity. Throughout your day, practice what I term wealth circulation breathing. Whenever money flows out, even for a minor purchase like coffee, take a deep breath and affirm, "More money is already flowing back to me, multiplied." When paying bills, smile inwardly or outwardly and think, "Money flows cyclically, always returning amplified." This might feel unnatural initially, but remember, we are fundamentally reprogramming your relationship with money. At night, prior to sleep, mentally review your day through the lens of a wealthy individual. Disregard thoughts about affordability constraints or upcoming bills. Instead, cultivate appreciation for everything money currently provides in your life: shelter, food, clothing. Feel gratitude, not stemming from a place of scarcity, but from a position of genuine abundance. Now let's address potential obstacles that may arise during your journey and outline precise strategies for navigating them. The most significant hurdle you'll encounter is doubt. Your mind, conditioned by old patterns, will attempt to persuade you this isn't effective or seems too good to be true. When doubt surfaces, recognize it as your former programming attempting self-preservation. Acknowledge its intention, thank it, and gently redirect your focus back to your new, empowering thought pattern. Another common impediment is encountering negativity from those around you. They might ridicule your newfound mindset or dismiss it as unrealistic. Here's the approach. Refrain from trying to convince them. There's no need to justify or defend your manifestation practice. Simply offer a polite smile, acknowledge their perspective, and maintain unwavering focus on your vision. Their skepticism cannot impede your manifestation unless you grant it permission. The most insidious block is what I call the current evidence trap. This occurs when you observe your present bank balance and allow it to undermine your faith. Remember, your current financial state is merely a reflection of past thought patterns. It's analogous to fixating on the rearview mirror while attempting to drive forward. When you catch yourself falling into this trap, immediately shift your focus to your desired financial reality. Fear of success can also subconsciously hinder manifestation. Occasionally, we unconsciously push wealth away due to apprehension about how it might alter our lives or relationships. If you detect this fear emerging, remind yourself that money merely amplifies your existing character. If you are inherently a good person, increased wealth will empower you to enact even greater good in the world. Let's discuss recognizing signs that your manifestation is actively unfolding. The initial indicator is typically an internal shift in your feelings towards money. You'll notice reduced stress around spending, a greater sense of relaxation regarding finances, even if external circumstances haven't tangibly changed yet. This emotional transformation is paramount. It signifies your new